Everybody, this is Andrea with the Whole Ordeal,
And
and
this is Leah Brown.
this is Leah Brown of Yemi Jars and doitonpurpose.org. And we're going to wait till some more people get on, and then we'll start our questions. If you have any questions, go ahead and type them in, and we'll be happy to answer them as well.
Yes, and hope everybody's having a great morning.
We'll go ahead and get started. So the reason that I'm doing this is going to be a series. I'm going to be interviewing local artisans. And the reason I'll be doing that is because the Whole Ordeal actually exists not only to provide wonderful soaps and body products to you, but to encourage health and creativity and community through my company. And so that's why I'm doing this and why I wanted to feature some local artisans. So today, our first artisan that we're going to feature is Leah Brown.
Hello.
My first question is, what inspired you to start Yemi Jars and do it on purpose?
Okay, well, first, thank you so much for having me here. I am very glad to share. So I would say my first inspiration is my mother. I grew up watching her use food as medicine and making delicious, healthy meals. So I think that was my first inspiration to enter the health and fitness field. And as a dance fitness instructor over the years, I noticed that people's main struggle was not exercise and fitness, but actually nutrition. And I decided, healthy food doesn't have to be bland. It doesn't have to be boring. We don't have to eat the same things over and over. So I came up with some options where you can have healthy, you can have colorful and delicious food. I actually named Yemi Jars after my mother because her full name is Yemi Jars, so for short it'd be Yemi.
And what does Yemi mean?
It means happiness. So it's kind of a play on words where it's happiness in a jar, because the other special, unique thing about my business is that everything is in a jar. And do it on purpose, and you'll be able to see some of these. We'll post some pictures later as well. But if you go to my website, doitonpurpose.org, which is a work in progress, but I think you'll get the gist of it, you'll be able to see some pictures of the salads in a jar that I have created, as well as the indulgence line that we're actually featuring today. So I would say.
Very good. And so, like I said, part of my desire is to encourage the community. And specifically with you, you're encouraging health. How are you encouraging the community, our local community, to be healthy?
Honestly, I had to start by working on myself and sharing my journey, being transparent about my struggles. I think we all pretty much have the same struggles. And honestly, I don't enjoy cooking. I enjoy good food, but I don't enjoy the time that I spend in the kitchen. And I really don't like bland foods either. So I think that's where I started with, how can I work on myself and encourage other people in the process? And I think that's why I did that.
Okay, that makes sense. And I'm going to keep asking questions, but like I said, if you guys have questions, please feel free to comment, and I'll try to get to those questions as well. So my next question is, because I love creating and we're artists,
yes.
How is your creativity reflected in Yemi Jars?
They say we eat with our eyes first, right? So when I'm looking to create a jar, I look at it as a painting. I look at the color combinations. I look at the composition of the jar. I break it up to where I may put reds, yellows, greens in there and make it inviting to eat. So I think that's where my creativity comes in.
I like that. I do say that when I go on her Do It On Purpose page and when I've seen her salads in a jar and things like that, they are very colorful. And I am a huge proponent of color when you're eating. I run a produce co-op, and one of the biggest things I say is eat the rainbow, because otherwise you're not getting all of the nutrition. So I appreciate that about Yemi Jars.
Absolutely. And it makes it simple.
Yeah.
To just eat the rainbow. You don't have to count calories. You don't have to, you just eat as many colorful things as you can. Not Skittles, though, because I know that's colorful too.
At least not a lot of Skittles.
Yeah.
Well, what about how does Yemi Jars, or how do you want Yemi Jars and Do It On Purpose to contribute to our local community?
I love being accessible. I try to use as many organic and local produce and products as I can. And I want to be an asset to our community so that you don't have to necessarily, order from across the country. I'm right here. If it's just a nice touch to have that local person, and we all kind of, bring our different talents and skills together for our own community.
Awesome. Well, those of you who know me know that I love bringing the local community together. I love networking, not necessarily because it boosts your business, which it does, but mainly because you get to know people. You get to know people on a more intimate level, to where I can say, you know what, I recommend you to so-and-so because I know who they are. I know that they're going to stand behind their product. I know that they're going to stand behind the name that they've put out there for you, and that's very important to me. So I can recommend Leah Brown of Yemi Jars. And actually, that being said, before I get on to any more questions, we are going to open up a delicious jar now, and we get to have some Yemi Jar while we're talking.
Yay!
Yay! And these are the lovely whiskey cake jars. I love them. Oh
yes.
They are not like your healthy every day, but they are an indulgent treat that I like to take it and spread it over a couple of days because it's so yummy.
See that?
Shatara says, where can we place orders for Yemi Jars and the natural soaps? So I'll let Leah field the first part.
Okay, so I do have a website, doitonpurpose.org. But right now I take weekly orders on my Yemi Jars Facebook page, honestly, just that's another reason I like being accessible, is because some people will text me, some people will message me, and I'm trying to get to a point where I have a central, easy location where it's just one click of a button to order. But I do try to communicate when I'm for people to place orders, and where they can easily comment or place their order to fulfill that.
And as far as the soaps go, www.thewholeordeal.com, and that's the Whole Ordeal spelled as you see in the back. That's again a play on words. That's my family name, and the whole because you get all of me. So, but it's thewholeordeal.com, and you can see all the products on my page that I have currently available, and it'll say click to order, and basically it sends you to sales@thewholeordeal.com to place an email order. You can also call me 817-602-6166 and place your order. You can email directly to sales@thewholeordeal.com. You can also contact me through Facebook as well, through a Facebook message. I am as well in the process of getting my shopping cart going. So those are the ways that you place orders for the soaps themselves. Both of us also do local shows. So if you are a part of any local show and you're interested in having us there, we do local sales like that as well, point of sales. So we're going to open up a jar, and then as we're doing that, I'm going to ask you the next question, which is, what do you find to be the biggest advantage to social media for a local artisan business?
Okay, so I know, right? I got distracted for a second. Social media. You know what I would say? I love that I can market my products. I can market myself for next to nothing, and reach so many more people than if I had a shop and I waited for people to come to me, where the location would have to matter. There would be a lot more overhead costs. So I just love that, like even right now, that we're accessible, that you guys can be in a relaxed setting and watch us wherever you are.
All right. I'm gonna grab those spoons.
Yes.
I love this. Now I will say the first thing that kind of brought me to Yemi Jars was the fact that they taste delicious.
Thank you.
They really do. So when Leah makes these, you get these wonderful breakup of color. You have the whiskey cake at the bottom.
Yes.
And then the whipped topping, which I believe has whiskey in it as well, right?
Yes.
And then this awesome ganache on top.
Yeah.
And so you're breaking through chocolate and going through the cream into the cake. So I really like that. And I'm going to take a bite now. And that was actually something when I did the cupcake soaps that I wanted to kind of recreate. That's a really big bite. But I wanted to recreate that feeling of, you know, layers and texture. So I really like it. Good. So
yeah, I would say so too.
If you have not had one of these,
yes,
you really should try it. It looks delicious, guys, because it is delicious.
I got one with your name on it.
So yeah, these are yummy. And that being said, yummy. So look at that. Yum. You know you want some.
Yes.
And then I have made, because again, this is a cross promotion idea. I want to be able to support other local artisans, and in return, to be inspired by them, and to be able to, you know, we support each other. But I am not a cupcake soap maker. So before you go, oh, those are not the best looking soaps, I don't specialize in cupcake soaps. That's just not my thing. But I was inspired by these whiskey cakes, and I'm like, I want to kind of capture that. So understand that this is not what I do professionally as far as the cupcake piping, but I have made these lovely soaps that smell awesome, because I was trying to get the smell down, because it's just very yummy.
Yeah, I know. What's another one?
And so I used, you know, vanilla bourbon fragrance oils and things like that to kind of pull that in, so that you so that you get it. You cannot eat these. These are not edible. These are my soap cupcakes.
And you guys, I'm sorry to interrupt, but look at this. I know she's just being hard on herself. Like, seriously, these are so beautiful. I walked in and I wanted to bite into one, so I'm kind of upset that they're not real.
They're not real. They're not real. These are, all of this is soap, 100% usable. I did whip the top, so I was inspired by her whipping to actually whip it, which is not my favorite thing to do either. But I whipped that top and piped it out, and then I thought it needed glitter because it just wasn't as decadent, I didn't think, without the glitter. So I don't know. Yeah.
Look at that.
Sparklies. Everything's better with sparkles, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So those are the soaps that I made that were inspired. Backwards is hard on Facebook Live, guys.
I know.
So those are the soaps that I've made. They're about around 3.5 ounces each. And we'll talk more about availability on the soaps and the Yemi Jars and pricing and all that kind of fun stuff later. But I have another question for my lovely Leah over here. So we talk about the fun things and the things that are inspiring and all that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, sometimes it just is not fun. There are days that we are trudging through life and we need a pick-me-up. So what are 3 things that keep you going when it gets tough?
I would say, first and foremost, God, because He placed this purpose on my heart, so I'm determined to not die without fulfilling that. And second, I would say my husband. He truly supports and sacrifices so much to make sure that I can follow my dreams. So I love that. And then, you know, and my kids, they have to make sacrifices too when I'm, you know, cooking and doing things and having to go to events and shows, just being understanding and supportive. And finally, my friends, my community, which you are one of those people. She's so supportive. She pushes me, and all the people who order from me and come back and just give me such encouraging advice and tell me how good it is, and that just makes me want to do more and serve my community more.
Awesome. That's great. So those of you who haven't had the jars and you're going to have them for the first time because you know you want them, give her some feedback, encourage her, help her to become even better. And in return, you may just find out that you're going to have this awesome friend who will encourage you as well. So that's something I hope that we gain out of this is that sense of community, that sense of wanting to encourage each other.
Yes.
There's too much negativity in the world already. We don't need any more of that.
Yes. Goodness.
So now we'll get down to like, the business stuff. Anybody else have questions? If so, let us know.
Yeah.
But so as far as the soaps, I'll let you know as far as my stuff first. We've got, like I said, they're about 3.5 ounces, a little bit, some are a little bit more, some a little bit less. And there are only 10 available. I made a dozen, but she gets one, and I'm keeping one. So I made 10. They are my regular price of $7. However, I think we're going to run a deal together if you get a soap and a Yemi jar, but we'll tell about that after she tells about her pricing. So that's what they're going to run normally, is a $7 soap. And Leah? And
so to correlate with that, the jars are also $7,
which I'm also going to get a bite of.
Again. Or 3 for $15. But right now I am continuing a local price, a local sale of $5 a jar.
Worth it.
And
7 is worth it.
See,
really? 10 would be worth it. But we won't tell her that, right?
No, don't tell her that. Don't tell me that. No.
Plus, you get this jar.
Yeah, it's so cute.
It's so funny because all of my kitchen stuff is mainly jars, so I'm like, ooh, and I get new dishware when I order my Yemi jars.
Yes,
so, oh my
absolutely.
gosh, I hit a big
whiskey spot.
Yum.
They're so good.
They are so good. Anyway, so those are delicious, but I think what we had decided is the special we're going to run is for the first 10 people who mention this Facebook Live video, either by Facebook commenting, whatever, just the first 10 people, you can either comment on this page, on her page, whatever.
Yes.
But we will honor getting both a whiskey jar and a whiskey cupcake soap for $10 for both of them. So you're getting basically $2 discount on each one. I went the other way. So $2 discount on each one. And so you're getting the 2 for 10. No. Yeah, is that what I said? 2 for 10.
Yep.
So, but it's one of each of the products. So we appreciate you guys joining us. Do you have any parting thoughts?
You know what? I think we covered everything, and I am very grateful that you took time out of your day to join us today, and you will be seeing more from us.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
And I encourage all of you guys to get an order in and to try these whiskey jars. They are delicious. And to get one of my lovely commemorative cupcake soaps. I will be doing other local artist spotlights. So if you're interested in that, let me know as well. I believe next month, so this will be for the whole month of September, I'm featuring Yemi Jars. And then for next month, I believe I've already got that reserved by Mr. J.C. Frey, and he is a local artist. Nice. So I've got to get my soap completed on that, but I'm using one of his artwork pieces as inspiration on that. So thank you guys for joining us. Hi, Jackie.
Hi, Jackie.
I saw Jackie joined us. Feel free to go back and watch the rest of the video. We do appreciate your time, and I hope you join us again. Thanks. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.